Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is a Lorraine 39LAM. It's a Tier 3 French SPG located on the northeast spawn of Arctic region. This one is under the command of TheLastKalos, and he's got a 105mm main gun capable of 410 alpha, 27mm pen, and a 1.91 meters burst radius. Game on. Well, this Arty was only in blueprint, so it never actually existed. They never produced any. But basically, it's an it's a Lorraine 37L, which was a armored personnel carrier, and they were going to actually take out the troops and put a massive howitzer, a 105mm howitzer, in the back. So it was an actual design, but just never got produced. Now, most people would never actually play this unless they actually started right from the beginning and had to go through the all the vehicles right from the start in order to build their way up. Nowadays, of course, it's on the collector's tab, so if you've got a tier 3 vehicle, you can get one of these straight away. It's actually a fun little Arty, but then so is the FTBS, which is, well, it's only a 75mm main gun, but it's incredibly accurate. It's got a great trajectory. And, well, this Lorraine has got a fairly decent damage, but it's, well, very small. And the reload time, well, that's also a bit of a problem. 19.65 seconds. And you can see here that that's exactly what the TheLastKalos has actually got, 19.65. Now, admittedly, now Wargaming has taken out all the additional bits that you can actually carry on these Arty. So on a tier 3, you can only carry one of two devices. Normally, it's the gun lane drive, so that's all you can really get. And obviously, that's the one you want because you want to dial in. It takes forever to dial in on the enemies. You see here, that Panzer Die Aslains is going to go down before we fire. Rounds out. Well, I thought he would. He did actually die just fractions of a second before the shell arrived, but it would have killed him because it was actually on target. There's a number of enemy vehicles in sight. Now, it does have a limited range, this Arty, as well. You can see it's a flattened reticule. You're getting an ovoid shape at the moment. He fires one round at the T-29, hiding behind the rock. Doesn't get anything from that. Okay, he's just checking to make sure, using the overhead view, because you can see from that if he's on target and if the shell's lined up, and it is lined up, he should be able to get a hit. Okay, he's dialed in, rounds out, and good shots! Right onto the engine deck of the T-29, and it wiped him out. So he's got his first kill. Okay, that's an Italian Sahariano. It's a tier 3 game with only tier 3 tanks in it. That's supposed to be a reassurance. That's the T-29. Now, what it can do there is mark the... he can either mark the target, or he can mark the ground when the target's not seen. Oh, unfortunately, that one went long. And we got another one. Mind you, these enemy tanks are a long way away. So, yes, I reckon there would be some dispersion. That guy may be a bit of a noob because he's hiding near his own cap. That was a good hit near the turret. T-29s don't have a lot of armor. And that was a non-penetrating shot to get 172. Okay, the enemy are getting close to our cap area. Our BT-7 Art, which is basically a troll tank. Of course, as you may know, they've just brought out the BT-42 recently. And that's a troll tank with the same Arty, the 4.5 inch that you actually get on the FP304. The BT-7 Art has only got, I think it was a 76mm main gun. Has a fairly long reload, well, longish, but it's capable of doing a lot of damage. And that's a beautiful shot, but unfortunately we lost the Valentine just after the S-35 got hit. Okay. Now the enemy is chasing after our BT-7 Art, who went over the side of the cliff. and survived. But we're now trying to dial in on that Panzer S35 because we might be able to get a kill. It's a fairly narrow arc. Got close to him, but not a kill. You can see a Panzer 1C on our teams managed to get fairly close to their tanks, but he got wiped out as well. And in fact, I think it was that Panzer S35. Or am I looking at it wrong? No, it's an M1542 actually got the kill, but we got him! A blind shot on the Panzer S35, which is the OP version, the premium version of the Shure S35 tank. So, we've got only 3 tanks left on our team. We've got a Marder 2 at one direction. We've got a T-27 up on the ramp, or, you know, that thing that looks like a mouse. And here's that Sahariano that we saw earlier. He's tracking the target as it's moving. Instead, he decides to go for the T-29. We've been spotted. Oh, that was a good hit. A solid hit for 194, but I don't think we're going to survive much longer. And the enemy Arty tries to get us. That's the popcorn thrower, the Su-26. It's got a very fast reload, the Su-26. As you can see, it's got this small gun, but it's actually quite a fast firer, which actually makes it a lot of fun to play with. We're not spotted at the moment, but we've gone unspotted. Now we've got a side shot on the Sahariano. And he dies anyway because he gets taken out by Armada 2. There's the T-29. Can we get another kill? He lines it up. And that looks good enough. Good shot! So there is another enemy coming in. There's only 2 of us left now. The Marder 2 and... Oh, is it? No, it's the T-127, not the Marder 2. He got killed. So we do have that T-29 coming in. And he is using the corridor, the little ground depression, to actually get past our team. We've been spotted again. And that's bad news because now the Arty and we've got the T-29 firing. And in fact, the kill shot comes from the Su-26, the popcorn thrower. And you can see that we couldn't see him, but he could see us. And he got a direct hit on the side of our vehicle after the T-29 spotted us. And that was it. That's the end of our game. So we're out of the game. And the T-127 was killed as well. And that's the end. Here's the end of battle stats. And that battle got a Bruiser medal for TheLastKalos in the Lorraine 39 LAM. He also managed to get a win 8 of 5,150, which is Super Unicum standard, and quite a bit more actually. But I'm afraid no other medals, and they did lose the game. We can see here the highest damage in the game turned out to be TheLastKalos. He got 1,051 hit points from those really accurate shots that he was getting. Second highest damage turned out to be the Marder 2 with 990. And the third highest damage was the Shure S35 on the enemy team with 926. He picked up a Spartan and a cool-headed. The M1542, which was also alive at the end of the game, he got a cool-headed. And the S35, that tank, I think he was one of the ones we killed. He also got a cool-headed, but I believe he did fall to our gun. Yes, he did. There you go. So even though he was getting lots of hit, he was getting a cool-headed medal as well. So if we go back to the scores, because we didn't go through everything, if we look at the highest number of kills, it was 3 kills. And the TheLastKalos, actually, well, TheLastKalos managed to get that. So did the Shure S35 on the enemy team and their popcorn thrower, the Su-26. And 2 kills went to the Marder 2, the Panzer II. Is that a Panzer II Ausführung J? I think it must be a Panzer II Ausführung J. Yes, I think that is the premium troll tank. He was in this game. And the other person who got 2 kills was the T-29 and the LTP on the enemy team. And when it came to base XP, it was the Sahariano who got the most with 724. 679 went to the T-29. 559 went to the other Sahariano. And I'm afraid, yes, TheLastKalos only got 230. The highest score on their team being that Panzer II Ausführung J, the troll tank. So let's have a look at detail. He fired only 10 rounds in the entire game, but he got 6 direct hits and 1 penetrating shot on the enemy as well. So that's pretty good going, actually. In fact, considering this tank is very difficult, takes a long time to aim in and dial in on the target, that is pretty amazing, actually. If we look at the to see which one he penetrated, it was the T29. In fact, I'm pretty certain that's the T29 at the end of the game who got fairly close, but he actually put a round right through the front of the vehicle, and that penetrated the vehicle. So he also got 6 splashes, 1,051 hit points, of which 850 were at more than 300 meters. 2 hits received, both penetrations, I'm afraid, and 4 hits. 4 enemy vehicles were damaged, 3 were killed. On a free-to-play account, he actually made a profit of 7,224 credits from the game, and he also picked up 230 base XP. The battle didn't last very long, but that was a pretty high standard of play to actually get those sort of results from the Lorraine 39 LAM. And I do recommend to players actually to play these tanks because I'm afraid a lot of people now ignore any of the Arty that's below tier 5 because they don't have to play them. If they've got a tier 5 tank, they can just go straight to the tier 5 Arty. But I can tell you some of the below tier 5 Arty are a lot fun to play, especially tanks like the Sturmpanzer 1, the Bisson, which is actually capable of nuking enemy tanks at tier 3. Literally, a shell coming down right on top of them can wipe them out. And as you know, I did have a famous game in that Sturmpanzer 1, which was it was a Top Gun, and it was absolutely ridiculous. Virtually every shot was a kill. And well, nearly. I actually fired about 8 shots in the end. I missed on a few rounds, but I was actually completely devastating the enemy. So I recommend if you watch that replay, because you'll actually realize it was on a stream, by the way. It actually took place on a live stream on Twitch TV. But if you see that game, you'll realize that Sturmpanzer 1 is so fun because it's OP with a 15-centimeter howitzer mounted on a Panzer 1 chassis. So anyway, very good game by TheLastKalos. I hope he does send us in more replays of below tier 5 Arty, because if he's enjoying playing the Lorraine and he's that good, he's bound to have a really good game in this one sooner or later. I seem to recall I'd actually got a crucial contribution in my Lorraine 39 LAM because I was once in platoon with 2 other players, and between us we had enough kills to get 12 kills in total, and it was on the Arctic region map as well, funnily enough. So yes, keep playing this one, because if you find that you've got enough teammates and you platoon with them, you might end up getting a medal that you never expected to get at tier 3. Hope you enjoyed that replay. If you did, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.